A very warm welcome to everyone. I hope you all are doing good. For all those students who've already seen their CAT results and are awaiting to get admitted into their dream colleges, I have a news for you guys. It is a new notification that is released by the consortium, and what all is there in the consortium's new notification is what I'm going to discuss in this video. Also, this video will solve all your doubts relating the counseling process and also the fee related process. So let's get started. So as per the notification, this is the official notification which I am showing to you guys. See, here, this is the registration process, right? So now we know that the consortium has invited a few number of candidates, and how have they invited the candidates? See, it is clearly written here that the eligible candidates will receive an email invitation, right, an SMS, right, on their registered mobile number. Again, you should have the registered mobile number with you, right? You will get the invitation there or via mails, right? Or you can also get the invitation here on your official logins, right? Here also you can get the invitation, right? If, see, it is clearly written here. It is clearly written here that the consortium shall not be responsible for any undelivered emails or SMS. Right, guys? So please do keep on checking if you've received any message or if you've received any email, right? Next deal. Registration for the admission counseling process will open at, when did the registration process open? It was in December 28 and it will go on till January 12, 2023. This date is something that you guys really need to note, and also the time. It is only till 6 p.m. in the evening. Right, guys? Please do note down this date and the time as well. Now, let's just move ahead. See, here clearly you are given the details regarding the counseling registration fees. Now, this is a term which is used here, counseling registration fees. Counseling registration fees, you have to submit it by 16 p.m. on January 2023. Okay? 16 p.m. 12 January 2023 is the last date till when you can submit the counseling registration fees. Clear? Here, you need to remember that the fees is 30,000 rupees, right, for the general category students, and for SC, ST, OBC, BC and EWS and PWD category, the fees is 20,000 rupees. Clear? Moving ahead. One thing that is written here is that you guys need to remember that the payments have to be made only in the online mode, right? You log into the CLAT portal and there you will see the fee payment option and there you can pay the fees. Now, one thing that they've given here clearly is also in bolds that counseling registration fee for the admission counseling process is refundable. Now, counseling registration fees is this fees. This 30,000 is refundable, guys. This is the entire payment process which you guys can see yourself. Also, that any request, this point is very clear, that any request to make the payment after the last date for registration, that is 6 p.m. on January 12, 2023 will not be considered. Please be very careful about the date and time. I'm repeating again and again. See, only candidates who have successfully completed the registration process for the admission counseling process will be considered for the allotment of seats. So now it is clear to you guys that only after you've paid the counseling registration fees will you be in the race of allotment of seats. Now, let's just talk about the admission counseling process. So in the admission counseling process, there are three options that will be given to you guys. Once you've paid the fees, once you've paid the counseling registration fees, there will be three options that you guys will have. One thing that I would like to make it clear here is that you will have 5 rounds of counseling. 5 rounds of counselings, right? And all these 3 options are available only till the 4th round, right? Only till the 4th round are these 3 options available. What are the 3 options? The first one is freeze. Second is float. And the last one is exit. Now, what do we mean by these? Freeze option. See, if you are satisfied with the seat and the NLU that you are getting, then you need to freeze your seat there, right? If you're clear that all right, I'm fine, I'm getting the best NLU that I can get as per my rank, then you have to freeze your seat. Next thing is, then after freezing the seat, you have to pay the confirmation fee. Right, you have to pay the confirmation fee. Now, in order to freeze their seats in the first or the second round of counseling, the candidate must pay the confirmation fee, and only once you've given the confirmation fee will your seat be frozen. Right, clear? Now, the candidate who selects the freeze option and pays the confirmation fee will not be considered in subsequent rounds of counseling. This is very clear that once you have frozen your seat, once you've paid the confirmation fee in the first round of counseling, in the second round of counseling, you won't be allowed to participate in the further counselings, because apparently you guys have already got the best seat as you guys could have got, right? So this is clear from here. Now, let's just move ahead. See, this is very important for us, that in order to freeze their seats in the third, fourth or the fifth round of the counseling, admission counseling process, the candidate must pay the university fee, adjusting for confirmation fee if paid in the first and the second rounds of counseling, and counseling registration fee to the NLU concerned by the date mentioned in the admission counseling calendar in paragraph 7. Now, what does this mean? For example, if you have already taken admission in a particular NLU, you've already paid your registration fees, you have already paid your confirmation fees, then the amount that is left is what you are going to pay to the NLU. For example, if your fees, let's say your registration fees is 30,000 you've already paid, plus you have also paid the confirmation fees, which is 20,000. Right, so how much you've already paid? You've already paid 50,000, right? So now what are you going to pay to the university is remaining fees, right? Is it clear? Is it clear to everyone? Now I'll be talking about the next option that you guys have. So the next option here is float option. Now what do we mean by the float option is, see, if you feel that in the coming counseling rounds you can get a better NLU, if there are chances of you getting a better NLU, then you can always choose the float option. Now, what does float option mean? If the candidate has not been allotted their first preference NLU and chooses to leave open the possibility of getting a higher preference NLU seat, then they may choose a float option. This is what I've already told you guys, right? Let's see. To exercise the float option, this is very important. This you must know, that to exercise the float option in the first or the second round of counseling, the candidate must pay the confirmation fee within the time stipulated in the admission counseling calendar. See, in the first and the second round of the counseling, even though you are not happy with the NLU that you've got, you have to confirm it, right? Only then will you be going on to the next round. Next, to exercise the float option in the third or the fourth round of counseling, a candidate shall pay the university fee to the NLU after adjustment of the confirmation fee. Now, what do I mean here? That in the first and the second round, you have to pay the confirmation fee along with the registration fees. So, you've already given registration fee plus confirmation fee is what you are going to give in the first and the second round. And after using the float option, you might get a third preference, right? You might get a seat in the third round. Now, in the third and the fourth round, what will happen is that the money that you've already given in the registration and in the confirmation fee, you have to give only the university fee here. Right? Now, imagine somebody has got a better NLU. See, somebody has got an NLU in, let's say, the third counseling. Right? You have got an NLU in the third counseling. Now, you get a better NLU in the fourth counseling. But we know that we've already paid the university fees. So, what is left with us? If, let's say, the NLU A is the NLU that you got in the third counseling. Now, in the fourth counseling, you are getting NLU B, which is better than NLU A. And its fees is 2,50,000. Until now, you have already paid, let's say, 2 lakh rupees. including the university fees in the third counseling. So now you are left with only 50,000 that you need to pay, right? This is what you need to understand. Is it clear? Let's just move ahead now. See here, under the float option, the candidate may hold the seat allotted to them, and if they are allotted a higher preference NLU seat in a subsequent counseling round, they shall move to that more preferred NLU. Is it clear? See, if a candidate who has chosen the float option must at the end of the counseling process freeze the available allocation or exit the admission counseling process and forfeit the confirmation fee. What does this mean? A candidate who has chosen the float option must at the end of the counseling process freeze the available allocation or exit the admission counseling process and forfeit the confirmation fee. What does this mean? That your confirmation fee will not be refunded back to you. It will be kept with the authorities, right? And once you've used the float option and you're not satisfied with the option that you're getting, then you have two options left with you. Either you can freeze the seat that you will be getting in the fourth round, or you can exit, right? And once you exit, you won't be getting back the confirmation fee, right? Now, this is all about the exit option. See, what is the exit option? This is the last option that we have. If at any time after completing the registration process, a candidate does not want to participate any further in the counseling process, they may choose to exit the admission counseling process. If a candidate has chosen a float or freeze option prior to the exit option, the seat allocated to them will be reallocated and the confirmation fee will be forfeited, right? So if you exit, right, if you exit after submitting your registration fee and even after confirming, right, your confirmation fee will be forfeited, right? It is clearly written here, no candidate will be allotted a seat after choosing the exit option. Once you exit, you won't be getting any seat, right? Now, let's just talk about the confirmation fee. An eligible candidate who has been allotted a seat as per their indicated NLU preferences will be required to pay a non-refundable confirmation fee of rupee 20,000 prior to selecting a freeze or a float option. In the first and the second round of counseling, the candidate need to pay the confirmation fee only once in the entire admission and counseling process. So you need not pay the confirmation fee again and again in the subsequent rounds. It is for once only that you have to pay your confirmation fee. And it is also non-refundable. This is the point that most of the students were getting confused about, that the confirmation fee is non-refundable, guys. And even also the registration fee, right? For example, if you want to exit without even floating, without even doing anything, then what will happen is that you will be getting back the registration fee as it is. That is 30,000 rupees for the general category, right? You will be getting it as it is, but only before the 10th of June. If you exit after the 10th of June, then 5,000 rupees will be deducted from here. Clear? Now, let's just move ahead. Now, I'll be coming to some of the important dates, right? And some of the important documents. Firstly, let's just talk about the important documents. This is the point I just discussed, guys. See, after a deduction of rupees 5,000 if exercised after 10:30 p.m. on June 2023. This is what I said, right? In full, if the exit option is exercised before this time, if before 10:30 you exit, right, you will be refunded the entire registration fee. Otherwise, 5,000 rupees will be deducted from 10th June onwards, right? Is it clear? Let's just move to the important documents that are required. And here, one thing that you guys need to remember is that the documents with an asterisk sign. This means that these documents are really important and you cannot do anything without these documents. So, which are the documents that are really important for us? And these documents are, for UG program, your 10th class mark sheet is important, right? CLAT 2023 admit card is very important, right? Your grade 12 mark sheet may or may not be there, it will be fine. Character certificate is still fine, right? But one thing that you guys need to remember is that if you are paying the registration fee, make it a point that you collect all these important documents before the 12th of January. Keep these documents ready with you, right? Next is the caste certificate, which is very important. Next is obviously the domicile or the category certificate. These are also very important documents. Next is any other document supporting to claim your seat for the category that you've reserved in. For example, if you've reserved in the defense category or EWS category, then you have to just keep the documents along with yourself, right? For the PG program, again, grade 10th mark sheet is important. Here, CLAT admit card is important. 12th mark sheet is important for the PG program, not for the UG program, but for the PG program, they have used an asterisk sign here. So you need to remember that for the PG program, this is important, right? Again, your certificates that are supporting the category you've applied in, right? They are very important for you. And these were the important documents that you require, right? Now let's just come to the fee payment at the NLUs. This you know that how you have to pay your fee and how you need to confirm your fee. This I have already told you guys, right? Now I'll be moving on to the calendar. This is very important for you guys to remember because these are the dates that you really need to take care of. So the registration for the admission counseling opened on 28 December till 12th January 6 p.m. right? This is what you need to remember. Second, so you have to pay those 30,000 rupees before this time. Publication of first allotment list 18th January, guys. Next, 18th January to 22nd January is the time of payment of your confirmation fee to freeze or to float the options and for admission into the NLU via first counseling, right? Now, publication of the second allotment list. When will the second allotment list come? It will come on the 27th of January, right? Now, 27th of January to 31st, this is the time to confirm your fee, to pay the, to freeze or to float the option, use the float options, right? Now, let's just move ahead. Payment of university fee is by 20th of May, right? 20th of May, right? This is what you need to remember. Now, you have to see here that your third allotment list will come somewhere in May, right? So you have a lot of time to think whether you really want to get into an NLU or you can think of more options, right? It will come on 25th of May. Payment of university fee will be on 25th of May to 30th of May. Not much time is given to you after the third counseling, right? Fourth list will come by June 5th and the payment of fee will be by June 5th to June 10, right? And after this, there is no other option to float or to freeze, right? This is it. This is the entire process. You will just have 4 rounds of counseling. And even then, if any seat is left, then you will have a round 5, and that too not by the consortium's rules, but otherwise, right guys? So this is what it is. This is how you need to remember. So now, payment of balance university fee. What is this balance university fee? For example, you've already taken admission in a university, and in the subsequent round, if you're getting a better university, so the fee that is left is this balance university fee to freeze option, right? This is what you need to remember, that it has to be paid. Publication of 5th and the final allotment list will be on 15th June, and your classes will start by the month of July, right? So please do remember that this was the entire process, and I hope that all the queries that all the students had are clear here, right? So I'll take a leave now. If you have any doubts, you can write in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to solve all the doubts for you guys. And for more such content, please stay tuned. I'll be back with more such videos. Please do hit the like button, please share it amongst your friends, and please do subscribe to the channel. Thank you.